I'm on mute and I'm making noises and I'm on mute. That's terrible.
Difficulties. Always. Persistence, perseverance. Always. Simon.
Mute as well. I had to unmute you. I didn't realize I could do that, but I can do that.
Oh. Well, thanks for doing that, because I think I was
That's
muted.
all right. You're
And I
welcome.
would have been doing the same thing that I was.
You were doing the same thing. It was terrible. Shocking.
I think there's people here and they are telling us they're ready for the live stream.
Good. At least somebody is.
Here we are. Right. Hey, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy Good Friday. Happy Thanksgiving for those that celebrate, and happy Thanksgiving to those that do not celebrate Thanksgiving, because why not? Nothing wrong with that. It's happy. It's thanks. It's giving. Do you celebrate Thanksgiving?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm English.
Yeah.
We don't have such a thing. We don't give thanks for anything in England.
They just apologize all the time.
Yeah. Oh, we do say thank you a lot, but we don't mean it. You know?
But you don't mean it? Is that what you said?
Yeah. It's like, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you.
Your audio is low. I mean, I could turn
Classic.
you up. I'll just turn you up.
Wait, I think it might be because. Oh, dang. Yeah. I think I know what it is. I've got the weird echo cancellation on because I didn't have my headphones in before, and I think that lowers the volume. Sorry, I'll speak up.
I've seen these comments. I'm going to get right into a couple of things here. I've seen the comments.
Oh wow, diving in. Can't we just show some? Who's here?
I am. Hey, Willem. Oh, you scroll to the top. I'm always looking for the next comment.
Oompa Loompa.
That's great.
If we could just like come into the show like that after the little intro thing,
that'd be great. I said it in, when I went to Buffalo. I was like, when that slide came up, because that was part of my talk in Wire Live. Everyone's chuckling a little bit. I'm like, I've got another puzzle for you. It's kind of funny. I thought it was funny. I giggled. Yeah.
Did you wear a top hat?
No, the old Jack McDade look. I didn't pull it all off. No. In my heart, though, I was Jack McDade. So
you'll always be Jack McDade to me. No, that doesn't. No,
that's so sweet.
Nuno's here.
Hey,
Nuno's here.
Nuno Maduro. ¿Qué pasa, man? I don't speak much Portuguese, but I can do some Espanol.
I should be able to do some Espanol, but I can't.
I like doing Spanish, but with a very thick American accent. Oh, we were talking earlier today. I was in the Discord. Shout out Discord. Go join our Discord. I was just like, hey, I'm around for half an hour if anyone wants to chat, ask questions, etc. Which I'm sure a lot of people are in here, and they will have questions that I didn't get to, which is what I asked for. So, but there was something that came out there like, are you going to do the next something in Italian? And I just like Google translated, like, I'll try my best. And I just copied and pasted. And whoever it was, Kamian, I think it was like, it reminds me of Inglourious Bastards. I don't know if you've seen the movie where he's like, buongiorno.
Yeah.
Grazie.
Gagliarni.
Yeah.
Or whatever he says.
What was it?
Yeah.
Yep. Fun stuff.
TJ's here. TJ's here.
My boy TJ, man, there's so much to talk about. We probably should get right into stuff because there's a lot. We're doing a lot today, right? We only have like an hour and a half planned for the stream, and there's a lot to get through. TJ, my boy, I reached out to him. Something that someone was, gave me the link to the docs on how to implement Boost. If you guys are familiar with Laravel Boost, if you're not, it's like, MCP server for Laravel, where you can like Claude code, and Claude now like has access to all the tools to look up the docs officially to help support you better when you are building apps with Laravel. So there's a way for us to implement that with NativePHP. by you. There's
Wait
like
a
third party.
second. Are you saying that we have boost support in native PHP?
So that was it.
Have
Yeah.
I
So
stolen the punchline?
you did. Thanks for that. My thunder is
You
gone.
said we've got to go quickly. So.
Yeah. So that was quick. You're right. But I reached out to TJ, creator of Laravel Prism, like the best freaking. I'm not just saying that. I love so. Man, this segment brought to you by Coke Zero. My mind is going all over the place. Prism's awesome. I remember back in like April, I was working on or it was before that, a side project, and someone asked me to bring in some AI to like scan the database for a bunch of like a certain column and get all of the rows of the last 6 months and compile get AI to condense it all down into like a paragraph.
Mm.
And I was like, they were like, this should take you like a day or two. And in about 25 minutes with Prism, I had it all working. And so it was like you just tell it what to do. The docs were great. It was easy to implement. You put in your API key and in your env for OpenAI or whatever it is, and it just worked. So big shout out TJ. Thanks for coming along. I reached out to him earlier this week just for some suggestions, some tips on implementing Claude code or implementing Boost into native PHP. And he showed me where his guidelines were that he uses for Prism. And so I use that kind of as a starting point for us. Um, so yeah, Boost. I gotta say, like it's all there, but we haven't tagged the release yet, so it's not actually available.
Boost baby. Well, we'll get to that. We'll tag that release.
We're gonna do
I
that
merged
today.
it. I merged it.
Thank you. That's awesome.
The
Yep.
V2 PR with this honking great PR.
The Vika. Well, you merged Vika into V2
Yeah.
and then squashed and
And it's
merged on the
ready.
main.
The release on GitHub is prepared.
But we are not young developers, and we are not new to client requests. So we are tagging at the end of the show
Yeah.
because we're smart, right?
Well, we could have got away without saying that and just left it to the end and
Yeah, we
everybody's
could.
like,
Well,
but yeah, no, intentional decision. It's not happening until almost the very end. But
and then I'm going for
we
a
know
walk.
that you're here for the right. Yeah, no, you're here for this, the banter, the Coke Zero, the whatever else comes next. Hats. Should I change my hat?
Oh man, you're gonna do it. I would
I've
never
got
steal
so
that
many
bit from you.
hats
It's such a
right
good
there.
one.
They're looking at me and they're like, "Come on, take us onto the stream." Yeah.
Tag and unplug the internet for the weekend. People are. There's always the pushing on Friday kind of thing. You guys, the real push has already happened. Like the proof is in the pudding. There are now 4 native PHP apps live in the wild. We have Vue now on top of Livewire. So Livewire and Vue, and I will be making the Vue app repo open source. I just got to clean it up a little bit.
Yeah.
On Android and on iOS. So like go test that. That's kind of like that is to me that's the assurance of, this is working, and I'll be able to sleep all weekend, no problem. I won't be sleeping all weekend. I have a lot of work to do, but yeah.
What I really like about those repos, although they don't obviously give you the native PHP package, once the Vue one's open source and freely available anyway, you'll be able to do this. Is go through and see all of the code that actually makes it run native stuff because it's all there. Yeah, and you'll see just how easy it is to build these things and how it looks just like a Laravel app, like an Inertia app or a Livewire app, and you're like, what? What? How does that work on a phone? And then you try it on your phone and you go, oh my
Holy shit.
god, it's
Yeah.
so good.
You got to put the earmuffs on the kids because you'll be cussing a little bit. It's nice.
You'll be bouncing off the walls. um so yeah, We've got a lot of things in this. Do you know what I think we should do first?
No. Eat tacos.
We should call out our sponsor for this episode
Yeah.
first. Get
Yeah.
it done quick, and you know, I don't want to say out of the way, but let's get them in so we don't lose that time slot and then forget,
Is
because
this the thing that I
otherwise we're
took the
gonna waste
screenshot
more.
of that I'm supposed to read?
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna get my screen up, and I have to press that button, and then I have to press this button, and then I have to press that button.
Folks, we've got an official sponsor, and I couldn't be happier with the fact that people are paying us money to say their name and talk about it. And I've seen so many other people have sponsors that they didn't like believe in, but they kind of pretend like they do because they're paying them money. Mailtrap is awesome. The folks over there, we talk to them. They have very open dialogue with us. They're very proud of the fact that when you need support, they're not deferring that to AI at all. And they're not raising their prices because of that. It's cheaper to go with somebody like Mailtrap than what we were using before, which is I won't say who it was, but it was somebody else that cost more money. So Mailtrap, modern email delivery for developers, integrate straight into your code with SDKs, unified transactional and promo email delivery, 24/7 support. You contact people, not an AI chatbot. 4,000 emails monthly in a free tier. You can try it at mailtrap.io today. And we have switched over everything to this because it just makes business sense for us to, it's cheaper, it's less expensive, it's easy to use, it's efficient, and you guys should go support Mailtrap. They're supporting us, which is supporting you. It's like a big old threesome. So that's it. That's the love triangle. Thank you, Mailtrap.
Ta-dang.
Do you have anything to say about them?
I do.
Let's hear it.
They're awesome.
They are awesome.
Our first and only sponsor. Hopefully it won't stay that way. The thing that got me, they emailed us after last week's episode. They obviously watched and saw their segment, and they said, "Oh, can you change the wording about the number of emails, because we've recently increased the number of free emails that you get on the free tier." And I was like, "Yeah, of course." But they've gone, what was it last week? 3,500 to 4,000 free emails a
Yep.
month. That is amazing. So, yeah, good for us, good for you, good for everybody. That's good.
Yeah. Yep. I like it. It saves money. It works. And it's easy to switch over, especially with Laravel, because you're just switching a driver. You add the keys and you're done. It's pretty easy. Just do it.
Yeah. I think they're working on trying to get the driver as a first party thing as well. So it'll be like Laravel core, hopefully at some point. But we'll see.
I'm going to be a good boy and look at my show notes here. What is today, Simon?
Today is Friday.
It is
Is
Friday.
that the answer that you were looking for? Today is the 28th of November, the year of our Lord 2025.
Do you know why they call it Black Friday?
Because once upon a time, the moon went in front of the sun on Friday, the last Friday in November, and that was it.
Yeah, that's not at all close to accurate, but it was
Damn
a
it!
good guess. It was a good try. I could feel my whiskers tingling a little bit, so there's some truth there. Must be. So I love random little things, but this one I know. So it used to be like companies would be in the red, quote unquote, most of the year. And so to get themselves back into the black, to go from a deficit basically on their revenue, on their P&Ls or whatever at the end of the year, they're like, let's do Black Friday. Let's do a bunch of sales to get a bunch of revenue in so that they were back in the black. So they
Mm.
I don't know why they did it the day after Thanksgiving. It makes sense to do it towards the end of the year, but not all the way. You don't want to do that in like July, on December 31st or anything like that. So
Yeah.
um that's what they do. And so today is Black Friday and we celebrate that. We eat our turkey and we eat our potatoes and
We
we hug,
celebrate Black Friday.
we kiss our aunt's mustache, and then we go wrestle people at Walmart for TVs that we don't need. And that's that's the
Good
American way.
old capitalist traditions.
Woo!
Yeah, baby. Great.
Well,
Well, I like it. I like getting deals. I like getting stuff on the cheap. It's great. But don't you think it just breeds a little bit of like consumerism, overblown consumerism, unnecessary purchasing
I
and
don't
production?
I don't dislike that. I don't mind that. I mean, I've grown up, that's part of my culture, I guess, right? I don't like it stepping on family time. That's what I don't like.
Mm,
I don't like it being so close to the holidays, you know. Move the
yeah.
holidays. Just move the holidays
just
or change
just
your
like
fiscal calendar,
it
right?
doesn't matter that this was like a sacred day in the history of our country or whatever. Just move it so that I can buy stuff without guilt. Yeah.
Here's the question from Mr. Jeffrey 56, who is my
Oh.
dad. That is my dad. Everybody. Everybody say hi to my
the
dad, Jeff.
the Jeff Meister.
Uh yes, we do have a deal going. So here's the deal in a nutshell, and I think most people here they're already in it, but this live stream stays on the YouTubes forever. So the deal is currently for Black Friday, and it ends Monday.
It does.
It ends Monday or like Tuesday at midnight kind of thing, right? Um,
UTC.
yeah. 40% off Bifrost, Hella, and Thor plans. 40% off. Now that's if you do a month or if you do a year, it's 40% off one time.
0.
Get a year. And we've had a lot of people already do this. They're seeing the value. Plus, if you get the annual, you get a max license that we're selling for $350. Someone bought a max license today. I just without Bifrost, and you can do that.
Yeah.
So people find value in that too. So it's worth $350. You get it for free. That allows you to build and distribute as many apps as you and your team want to. So on the Thor plan, that is essentially $1,000 for Bifrost and $350 for the max license. That's $1,350 by my math, minus $10, I think. And then you get all of that for just under 600. That's the Black Friday.
That's yeah, the Thor plan. But you know what I realized the other day,
No,
which is maybe a bit of a snafu.
I
If you
don't.
get the Hella plan annual with the discount, it comes at like 290 something dollars, and you get the max license for free on that. So it's less than the cost of a
Cost of the
max
max
license.
license. Yeah, you may as well get hella savior. It's like
Just
$50, $56.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh, oops. Oh
Oh,
well.
huh. Well, there's always next year. We'll see.
Shucks. The cool thing with the max license though, and I've had a few people ask me like, what's the point of max license? And I mean, it does say it on the website, but um, the one of the great things about it is that you get access to the repo. You can get access to the repo only with a max license, and that means that you can get all of the upcoming things, try them out before they come out officially for everybody else, which you might want to do
Yep.
if you're building products seriously. Just get in on early train to test stuff out and give us feedback before it rolls out and all of that kind of stuff. That would be really helpful. Thank you
It
very
has
much.
been so Vince, who I don't know if he's here. I haven't seen him here
He
today, but
is.
he
I
is
saw a
here.
message from him.
Hey
I was
Vince.
going to say, Vince.
Vince has been running the Dev Vika branch for some time and giving us some feedback. And so like that's been super helpful in shaping the way that we're building things out. So um yeah, max license, that's where it's at. That is where it's at.
Speak of the devil himself. did you say the max license will continue to be available on those plans? The answer to that is yes. So we done that already. So it's in place. Basically, if you miss the Black Friday deal, so even after if you're watching this in like February 2026, sorry that you missed our Black Friday deal, but good news, you can still get the free max license with those annual plans. You just won't get the 40% off,
Yep.
but can't do now about that now.
Here, here's a good question, and we'll ask just a couple. We'll answer just a couple questions here about Bifrost because I think the bigger focus today is native. But linking your native PHP license to Bifrost, there, and I've explained this in a couple different places, and it is posted, but the license and Bifrost are totally separate products. You can buy a license, distribute all the apps you want to outside of Bifrost, has nothing to do with Bifrost. Bifrost is really just the tool that you can now take your native PHP apps and manage the CI/CD sort of pipeline, build, distribute, all that stuff, share your credentials securely with your team without having to worry about it and all that stuff. And there's more features we're working on all the time for that are coming up. But uh you always get at least that's funny, Dad. It's like 40 degrees in Florida and he's like, I don't have heat.
He is popping the chat off. Like,
Because
yeah,
he's cold.
good dad joke.
He's just shivering with his thumbs by the
Keeping his body temperature up by just like shifting his thumbs really, really quickly. Yeah.
yep. So
Okay.
yes, you get a free mini license at least, right? With any monthly thing now. Mini license. We just give you that because it's like here's a free, like, you're going to buy Bifrost, here's a free native PHP license. We know that you're going to use it, right? You have to have a
Mm.
license. You don't have to have a separate purchase in order to use it. The max license is in addition to, now if you get the annual on Thor or Hella, it's not a mini license, it is a max license. Bifrost is programmed in such a way that we know the license that you have connected to your, or licenses connected to your team,
Mhm.
and therefore we know how many apps you are able to distribute with that key. So if you only have a mini license, you cannot add multiple projects. Once you add in, and you can add multiple licenses to your team again, once you add those in, now that unlocks Bifrost to being able to build more projects, so you can have more projects. So they are
That's exactly what I
like,
need.
there's some safety checks there for you.
Yeah. So it's not like adding anything really to Bifrost, is kind of unlocking the ability, because now we know that you can or can't build, release, really, not build those apps. So, yep. Cool. That's good. Maybe we'll get some more questions on that as that goes out. But that it for Black Friday?
That's it for Black Friday. Yeah.
So it's Black Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Well, because there's Cyber Monday, just connect them all,
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
And I
So
will
that
tell
means
you,
I
I will
keep
say
my
one.
eye on Stripe all weekend.
I will say one thing on that. The way that things are and go, we will likely at least do the same deal next year. So if you're looking to, like, if you're hesitant or scared or worried that you're not gonna, like, next year it will renew and it's full price or anything like that, don't worry about that. We haven't really talked about that, but that's kind of in the plans. It's assumed, I think. So
Cool. Shall we move on to? Well, I was going to say V2, but obviously we've said we're not going to release it until the end of the show.
so
We've
much
got
to
an hour
talk
to
about.
go. We've got an hour, which on the one hand feels like a lot of time, but when I think about what we've got to do, it's not enough. But how did your week go, Shanae?
Jesus, what kind of question is that? How did it go? That means you're assuming it's over, which means it has a start.
No, I mean up to now. How has your week been?
How's it been? Bean. Um,
Been.
dude. All right. So for those that were on last week's live stream, we were talking about the JavaScript. Was that last week or the week before? The JavaScript library that we are now building into it.
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
So was it okay? So much more with that. I think it was again Monday or Tuesday. I mean, we've been on the phone all week, and we
Yeah.
have made. I can't even keep track of all the improvements that we've made. I actually don't even know. There are some big things that we changed fundamentally, the core of like native PHP boot and optimizing and
So much.
just finding little things here and there inside of that, like
Oh my God, so many things.
and I'll even like one big one. I'll just pin the one that's really sticking out in my mind that I'm going to go a little bit deeper into. When your app first boots up, if it's in debug mode, it's going to there's a zip file that contains everything that you need for the app, your Laravel application. It unzips that file. If you're on version 1.0.0, it unzips it the first time, and then after that, it doesn't need to because it's a versioned version. There's no changes to be seen here, so we just skip that. It's very fast to boot. The apps are very fast to boot. When it's unzipping, it's a little bit slower. In fact, it was on my phone. It was at like sometimes 15, 16 seconds on the loading boot animation, whatever. Not animation, but the splash screen. We want animations. Don't worry. We'll get there. So just like looking into that more deeply, there are ways that you can like write files. You can like unzip it in serial, but you can write files in parallel. And I don't know if we stuck with that fully or just on Android. I think it was just on Android. We tried it with iOS, but there was something that maybe we did stick with that. But the other big win there was the zip stream. We were chunking in 4 kilobyte chunks, and it was like you could just increase that to 64 kilobytes. And it was like a very quick, easy win of an immediate optimization. And I think that gave us probably, I think, just start at like 15 seconds. I think that got us down below 10 seconds, that alone. Right. And then there was a couple other little things inside of that brought us down even farther.
Yeah,
And those
there
are,
was
imaginary numbers, but they're real on my phone.
It's really interesting when you get into the like how unzipping works as well. There was this whole bit on iOS I remember as we were going through where it's having to unzip the whole zip, so like however big it is, and then it's either dumping that all to the disk straight away, or some like you might stream bits of it out here, there, and everywhere. And just the fact of like you have to open the whole thing just to read like a single file or whatever, it's like you really don't want to do that stuff all of the time. Yeah, I bumped into some of that months ago as well, and I kind of optimized it at that point in time. I was like, yeah, this is way faster. And it just feels like as time goes by, it doesn't get slower, but your expectation is that it's going to be faster. And this is faster. Like
It's much faster.
now we got it doing something like unpacking the zip, loading the contents of the files into memory, and then writing those files in parallel. So from the memory rather than from the zip. So the zip opening is still kind of a slow step, which we'll figure out how to optimize that out in the future. But
Oh, you already know.
then
Don't be coy. We already know. We have so many
we already
answers.
did that.
Questions. We did.
Basically, you just want one file. Anyway, but we'll come back to that. Essa knows. I think I saw Essa's message in here somewhere. So yeah, Essa can tell you all about that. What was I going to say? I don't know.
It's that time of the show, you guys.
We gotta slow it down. No, we don't need it. We actually have to go fast. Sorry, we can't do that.
Go back.
I am going to keep that on though. I'm going to keep that on in the background.
Okay, why not?
So yeah, it's just like way faster. That very first like I've installed the app, I haven't opened it yet, and then you open that, unpacking everything just to like set the world up is way faster. And then because all of that's faster, now when you open like the second time, it's like,
Yep.
bam. It's amazing. Especially the View app. I'd like, that is rapid.
That was surprising, even on this very inexpensive.
I'm gonna try and do a U where I touch the screen. Bam. How fast?
Let's do the
that was a cold start.
And this is on Android.
Okay, like 1 second.
Look at that.
Wow. So proud of it.
Yeah.
And the app itself, I know you've done loads of work on this. It looks so good now compared to what we had. Do you have a V1 version knocking around anywhere?
What do you mean? Like, yeah, so on the Livewire app, V1 is still on. It's still out there. So So I made all of this. All right, so it's open source. The Livewire app is open source currently. The View is coming. I put everything onto a V2, and then I was like, wait, we should just keep these versions. And you made V2 be the current whatever, like the main brand, right? So we can historically go back and see the improvements of the app from version to version, and I think that makes a lot of sense. It helps us maintain and like test out backward compatibility easily too. So there's some good wins there. Yeah. So yeah,
that's awesome.
Yep.
Look, because of the JavaScript discussion, I'm going to raise this one from Raster Shucks.
Hey, that's a good question. No, we are. I mean. Do you want to answer it?
Well, I was going to say you should learn JavaScript anyway.
Yes.
Like you should always learn JavaScript. It's a good language. It's good for the web. It's going to be good inside of native PHP, whether you're doing Livewire or not, because knowing it's going to come in handy. But we're going to support Livewire and Inertia and vanilla JavaScript. And so you don't need it to do native PHP stuff. You're going to be able to do all of this from PHP, from Livewire, whatever. So yep, that's going to continue. We're not moving to JavaScript or anything like that. We're just making good first-class support for all of the cool tools that people want to use.
Yeah, and we always did support. It's like it's Laravel, so like whatever you can get in the web view, quote unquote, whatever you render out, that's what you can use. So jQuery and Svelte and freaking Bulma CSS, or like any of that should just work out of the box, no problem. If not, get on our Discord and let us know.
Definitely gonna build a jQuery based mobile app, especially with the stuff that we've done in this last couple of weeks with the JavaScript library, because it's so killer. It looks great.
I want to share my screen. I want to go over this.
Do it. We're going to keep making Livewire support better as well. There's one thing there's loads of things, but there's one thing in this release that I really like for Livewire that somebody in Discord actually suggested. So anyway, carry on, do your thing. I was just going to talk whilst you shared your screen, but you weren't fast enough.
It's all right.
Oh,
I want to, what the hell? Come on, go. Can't zoom. All right. Well, whatever. Cool. Can't zoom. Anyway, we went over this. I spent several hours just working on the change log the other day. And I'm proud of it because I spent a lot of time building all of these things out. But I just want to read the highlights of the things that are about to change for everybody. From V1 to V2. So we're gonna kind of fly through these, but there's a lot. The JavaScript TypeScript library that we talked about, and I'll show a quick demo of that stuff too. It's so fun. The element definition generation engine, our Edge, all of the native components now that we have available, and that whole mechanism is really the star. There is the mechanism that we've got. Now we can iterate, we can make more stuff on top of that. and that's going to be ongoing for V2 and beyond. Laravel Boost support, we already talked about that. Again, shout out TJ and Pushpack for helping TJ with it. So, hot module replacement. I'm gonna demo this. I want to demo this. So I'll do a demo. This is very, very, very nice now. It used to be a pain in the ass. You didn't know like when and what and how, and you know, like very mixed signals, and you had to add all this stuff to your Vite config, and like it was weird. It was not good, and now it's great. The Fluent API. So again, this is backward compatible, but now we can chain methods on to every single asynchronous method. So if it's something that fires off, it's calling into the device, but it's gonna send off some event later that you're gonna listen to. Now you can chain all these different methods on. It's very fluent. Whoa, there's my zoom. Nice. Hey,
it does work.
That does work. Hey, this is way better. All right, cool. And here's like the JavaScript version of that same kind of thing. So you have this dialog,
there it
alert,
is. That's
title,
beautiful.
message, buttons, on. We have our own on. Go ahead.
Just like I want to run over that a little bit, because just like think there you've got an API that mirrors the PHP API. There's this fluent object, and it's doing all of the things that we can do on the PHP side. But then what? It's how does that actually call the native stuff? What's it like? It's nice having the JavaScript, but
you
come
want to know? All right, so this dude, we spent so much time on this, and it came out so freaking nice. Number one, it starts with what you did for the God method. The God method is the way that we can just pass a string and call native functionality. So now we actually stripped out of our PHP binaries, out of our extensions, all of the old methods that were there. Native PHP _ alert, native PHP _ browser, in-app browser, like all of those are gone now. We have one method now, technically two. It's like the can method, just to check to see that if it's available. You pass a string that is the method that you want to call, and then you pass in another string, which is a JSON object, but it's a string. Now we can do anything we want to. So that didn't make it possible. It made it a lot easier, this next part. So now we also expose internally our own API endpoint that you pass a string and another string. You pass the method name and parameters that you want to into an API, and we're just forwarding that request into the device. So we're just calling whatever that PHP function might be, right? So now, like for an example, dialog.alert is one of the calls, right? And so it takes dialog.alert as the first parameter, and then whatever these end up being, like as like a JSON object, title, alert, message, this is an alert dialog, buttons takes an array of stuff. And now we can just call that through the API endpoint. Now it's as easy as like just make our own JavaScript, like nicely typed JavaScript implementation that's always just like running those calls for us. So like we just put together the object and it just does the call to the API endpoint for us. So now we can do exactly this. We're importing dialog, on, off, events. We even namespace the events. So it used to be like you'd have to type out.
Yeah, I love that.
Native // / do I double escape? Do I quadruple
double
escape?
escape?
The whole thing. It's all namespace now. So it's like an actual, like a const basically, but you can just, and now you have the type ahead, the IntelliSense in your IDE to see all these things. That's
slick.
It is so nice. It is so nice. And I'll show you some live code.
What's the hash native PHP in the import statement?
Yeah, good call. I don't know if I brought that in. I did. Here, let me show you. I'll come back to this, but so you showed me this actually in your package.
Zoom on that bit as well.
Yep, in your package.js, because that is inside of our vendor native PHP mobile resource disk, blah 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 blah. It's not an actual like npm package, right? It's just inside of our package
Composer library, yeah.
in the composer library. So if you do this, I think it has to be this pound hashtag whatever before it prefixed. But you can alias basically all of this into this hashtag native PHP. So back in your whatever it is. So here's some code. We've got this, right? So we can just do from native PHP.
And does that come with all of the hinting and stuff as well?
You know, I haven't tried recently enough to remember. Import, let's see if it'll let me do it again. Camera. As camera facade, that's not true. Camera.
Maybe just in that line 16, you just start like comma something else. Oh, it does.
Yeah. Well, that definitely works. Yeah, that will work.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's what I was after.
I thought. Like, I thought you were asking like if you needed to like if I do
from scratch. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah. So dialogue. If I tab, nope, that's wrong.
No, yeah. Well, you've got the other thing.
I mean, yeah, it works. It's great.
Yeah. Good. Nice.
Where did we go? Where's my where did it go?
I don't know. The browser window just disappeared.
That was fun. There it is.
Quick one before you jump onto the next thing.
Yep.
Essa says, "Can I use this JavaScript library with alpine.js?"
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, you
totally can.
Yeah, it's just JavaScript. It's
you would just do that same import thing in like your app.js file and bind it to the window or something, and then
I haven't tried, but it's just JavaScript. There's not anything special about it. Yep.
You'd have access to it in your Blade templates, you know, for
Ashley Handel. Ashley Handel saying "Ooh Boost," the creator of Laravel Boost, dude. That is so cool. Thank you for your work and everything you've done on your side to get it for us. Yeah.
Boost is great. Saves my bacon.
All right, we have a lot more. I told you this is a long list, so let's keep going.
Let's go.
We created our own on native Livewire attribute. Before you had to do on native : button press. Do you put a space here? I don't even know. Do you have to put a space? I don't think you do. Maybe you do. You don't put a space there. I don't remember. Now you don't have to worry about
gross.
It.
It is
now
so
it's
gross.
this. Now it's this. You don't have to worry about that in Livewire. Video recording, QR barcode scanner, microphone, network detection, background audio recording. So I spent quite a bit of time actually making sure, like, if you're recording with a microphone, you can lock your screen on iOS and Android. It will continue to record if you opt in. You have to opt in with your permissions. You have to explicitly add that permission. But you can. I like to go on walks and do my my little blue feather, and it's like I've got this little Bluetooth microphone thing, and I just plug in the USB-C, and I use the kitchen sink app to record it, and then I can share from the kitchen sink app, and I airdrop it to my computer. I edit whatever I want to and push it out, and it's so beautiful.
All the things that you can do with native PHP.
I think you're more excited about this than I was initially, but it is really strong. Push notifications. It was a song and dance of if is iOS, is Android. Like there was a whole bunch of, and I made it backward compatible. So you should upgrade. We will deprecate the other calls. Just upgrade to this, but it is backward compatible. I double checked that.
That's much nicer.
And then in the JavaScript side, I put it right here. Yeah, import push notifications, and then so here's my method name, and I just say push notification enroll, and on token generated, we handle that, and we just have, I'm just setting token value. But this is where you would like call out to your API to send the notification or whatever you want to do with that token.
Yeah, that's great.
Yep.
I don't know who C. Thomas Wales is. Sorry, that is not ringing any bells, but has asked, will the docs have a way to split between Livewire View and React code snippets? Yep. I'm working on that at the moment because, we want tidier little snippets like this, but that's going to take a little bit of time.
Again, my philosophy moving forward on docs is these docs are not meant for you. These docs are meant for AI to read. And we have to tell it everything and handhold it as much as possible. So we do want everything is going to be in there for sure.
Yep.
So those are deprecated. All right. So, yeah, this is pretty cool. This is we should specify that this is for CSS. So we add a native PHP -iOS CSS class and a native PHP Android CSS class on the body. We're not using that anywhere, but you might want that. So that's kind of nice.
Yeah, I think those are useful.
Keyboard detection. So there's a CSS class when the keyboard is shown. Obviously, iOS 26 liquid glass display support, which is badass. Improved.
Not everyone likes liquid glass, but I think it's cool.
I think it's cool. I think it's really, I like just playing with it. It's fun. Yeah. Load times dramatically improved. What is this one? Improved device selector on native run. Yeah,
that.
You spent so much time on that.
So I didn't spend so much time on it.
No, it's it's going to save you so much time is what I meant.
Right. Spending so much time just like figuring out which was the simulator that I was using before, so it doesn't have to freshly install my app every time. And like scrolling through the list, and there's just so many simulators. When you've had Xcode installed for more than like 2 minutes, you're going to get like simulators up your something. And yeah, that just makes it so much better because it's just like run, and then the last one that you used is at the top of the list always. So you can just hit return, and it's just like,
so
great.
Yeah,
I love it.
So this is a good example. I'll just select this, and then I'm gonna cancel it. So I just selected this device, and now if I do run again, it's gonna pop up. That's gonna be the first one that it suggests to me. So it's got this little stopwatch there. That's the last one that I ran. And then also the amount that you're showing here is so much less. There's so many less that you like took all the iPad stuff out. You can still go and look at them all if you want to, right?
Exactly.
It's so nice. It is so nice. Good job. Good job.
Yeah, nice little quality of life improvement.
Oh, and I don't know if you noticed that, but he also made ./native, right? So now we don't have to do PHP artisan native. You can just do ./native. Yeah. And I aliased that to N. So I just made my own alias. So I do N run iOS or whatever. Which
it looks like your dad needs to get his eyesight checked because he's saying zoom.
I can't zoom this, I don't think. Oh, I can. Look at that. Hey.
There you go.
Wow. Nice.
Ask and you shall receive.
You shall receive.
I can't speak, obviously.
You wasted right now.
This is just pure vodka.
Yeah. So I'll do that again. So this is the last one I received, or I started, and so that's the one. If I do my actual iPhone again, I'll stop it because I don't need. That's not the demonstration. So I chose a different. This is my actual device, and so if I do run again, it's going to show that device as the first one that you can select. Yeah, there you go.
Great. So a couple of things just quickly before you move on to the next. Willem has said,
Big dub.
What's the transport layer between JavaScript and PHP, and how's the error reporting, stack trace, etc. when using the JavaScript bridge?
Well, coming in sounds like you're looking for some work to do. You're looking for a job, buddy. I see. So the transport layer is going through the API. So you can go into Chrome or Safari, and you can watch the requests go through to trace things. There's also like different types of logging and stuff to see any kind of bugs. And actually, that's a section. Let me write this down. That's something that I should add, like a debugging. I should do like a session on debugging. Probably a video. That'd be a nice video to have debugging video.
I think we'll definitely do videos on debugging because it's going to be different, a little bit different for each platform as well, just because the tools are different.
But yeah, I think actually we could build some better support into the JavaScript library for handling errors and displaying them on screen. I think that would be, or at least like exposing some of that stuff. Actually, wait a minute. You already have it. Am I right? Am I wrong? I'll have to double check because we're just calling the thing. If it fails, you're kind of blind to it. I'm thinking because it is calling the Ajax request, we could just expose that back as an error like it is all venable. So
there will be ways to make it
yeah,
sweet.
yeah,
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 we'll just, like, this is the starting point. We iterate from here.
exactly. It's
So
only gonna get better.
just, yep.
Not much more to see in this. The load times improved, the page load times. Oh, you guys want to hear a funny
Yeah.
story? So
Tell us a story, Unky Shane.
I had one in the very early days of working on everything related to all of this and learning stuff still, and I'm still learning stuff. I had my web view. I told it not to cache anything because I was having errors and issues and I couldn't figure out what was going on. By turning the caching off, it would help me flush out some errors. I never turned that off. So we were always not caching on Android. So therefore, every page was always having to load assets. And I am now intelligently caching everything that you need to cache, right, for the web view. And so that alone, just like commenting out these lines, I was like, holy, I put on your earmuffs. Holy shit, guys. Like this is badass. Like just an instant win, just a little thing, and there's your funny story. Parallel zip extraction. That go ahead.
It was very funny. I was just going, ha ha.
Oh. Yeah, so just other little things here. It's better support for Android 16 plus 16 kilobyte page size compatibility, which is going to be the standard moving forward. It has to be. We're using Jetpack Compose, and I have some opinions on this, and it's going to be a bigger discussion. But right now, for the native stuff, we're using Jetpack Compose. There's a bigger discussion there. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, it's all work in progress. No, it's good. Like, it's stable and it looks really good, and like we've got I think there's pretty much parity between the iOS and Android side on the native components. So
talk about this.
Yeah, let's not rock the boat. Yeah, the start URL. I've just always kind of assumed that you would have the / root as being the first root in your application, but it might not be. And actually, I wanted it because I was testing stuff so often where I would go to another page in the app, like it immediately load up the home screen effectively, and I want to go over here. So why am I doing that? The app can do it for me, like every time I'm testing over and over and over and over, I'm always having to click, or whatever. So it's just like, oh, I'll make a start URL thing. And then I was like, actually, that's pretty cool because you might want that permanently in the app when you release it. And then you said, which I didn't even think about, and I was like, oh crap, you're right. Is what if you did distribute like the website and the app together in the same repo? If you were fine with sharing all of that code between the platforms, then fine. But you maybe want the mobile URL to live somewhere else, maybe in its own subdirectory effectively of the roots. And then you can do that now with the start URL.
I want to convince Taylor to put a mobile.php in the routes directory. I'll do a pull request. That would be lovely. Yeah, this was really smart. This was because when you said it, and I was like, dude, you just unlocked, like, that's it. That's all we got to do. Now we can start on /mobile or whatever, like for mobile, and then ship our web in the same repo. So web, mobile, and API absolutely can all exist in the same repository now.
Yeah. So I've just popped a question up about the native components. Will they show up in a web interface, like if you're testing in the browser?
Never. No way.
Right.
No.
That's
no, because they're native. They're on the device, and we're rendering them differently on iOS and Android. Could we do something for that? No, I wouldn't do that. There's no point in doing that.
So if you wanted to show like the UI on the web browser, you'd have to build your own UI and do some detection in the templates to see whether you're running on a phone, and then you you kind of decide whether you show the HTML version of the UI or whether you show the native UI. That would be the way to do that.
Yep.
Completely doable with what we've got, so that's cool.
Not much really to talk about here. This one we default to true. The network says to detect if you are online, offline, on Wi-Fi, whatever.
That's really important.
We default that to true because on iOS you don't even need the permission. This is an Android thing. So just to keep things congruent, we just default that to true so that they're shared.
Yeah.
We stripped iPad out of it. Was an orientation. The problem was iPad requires accessibility. You can't have just portrait or landscape or landscape left and upside down only. Like it's all or nothing. So it's either we support iPad or you don't. And there are some gotchas with that. If you ever distribute your app with iPad support, you cannot undo that. So that's all documented, but that I think was a good one. This is good.
Custom permission reasons on iOS. Yeah, so this has been something I've wanted to get to actually for a while in desktop, but we haven't yet. But on Apple platforms, you're supposed to give like reasonably good reasons for why you need some permissions, and they shouldn't be generic. They shouldn't be like, we need camera access so that we can access the camera, like that's reductive. So you should be explaining why, and they can and sometimes do, I guess it's more often than I'm aware, like deny apps from being listed in the store because the permissions like the reasons are too generic. Exactly. So now you can customize that from the config file. You've always been able to customize it because you can just go into the relevant plist files and stuff, but you'd have to do that manually, and then it gets messy if they get wiped away. And now we just do it for you from the config file. So you set it in the config file and then you're golden. It's sorted, which I'm really happy about because it works.
Quality of life. This isn't big. It's just new events. Custom events.
This is big.
This, I will tell everybody, this is actually the start of version 2. It was when we saw this. So when Simon
we were together when we were talking. Yeah.
Simon was here. It was he came here for like the week before Laracon, and we were playing around with whatever it was, the kitchen sink app. And I was inside of a nested component. And it was just testing the alert dialog. And anytime I would press an alert dialog, it would delete my account. And I was like, what the hell? Like, it logged me out, it deleted my account. And we realized because there was a global listener for that same event, that one was also triggering. So both of the events were triggering. So we were like, we have to figure out a way to send custom classes through. Yeah. Now you can do it. Now you just say, this is the event. Or custom events, I should say. Yeah. You just specify the event and it just freaking works. You make up your own event. You don't have to worry about, like you still do have to be concerned with that bubbling effect, right? But this gives you the hook, so now you can avoid.
Yeah, you can make it completely unique to that particular alert button in this case, or the alert itself, not the button specifically. And the cool thing that I really like about that pattern is you just extend the existing events and you literally don't write any code. So it's just a completely empty class, and it extends what is it in this one? Alert button clicked or button pressed event for alert. And it's all going to work the same way. Yep. But now it's looking for your custom event, not the generic one. So it's completely isolated. Yeah, it's really smooth.
Is this feeling like a V2 or what? Like this is so,
man, baby. It is so good.
File system support. Oh my god, this is another thing we spent so much.
Why wasn't this in V1?
It was just a lot going on. I mean, it wasn't the right time for it.
No, this feels so
a lot of things in this. There's actually a whole document in the docs about the file system itself. Basically, number one, we are now completely we are in alignment on what we are doing when a file is generated from a native PHP app. It is stored inside of the cache directory in Android, and it is stored in the temp directory on iOS. Both of those are very ephemeral. iOS will delete things out of your temp directory every 3 days. I think it's within 72 hours. It'll delete that. On Android, the user can go in and like clear cache, like inside of their app settings, they can clear cache. And so they're not automatically cleaned up by Android, but the user can just delete stuff out of there. So if you're doing a bunch of video recording within your app, those are going to go initially to ephemeral locations. But then you might want to show that inside of the web view, right? Or you want to send it someplace or whatever. So number one, well, it's not document with the temp directory. We did actually make a temp. We do have, and we're not talking about it. We'll talk about it.
Skip that. I don't think people are going to use it.
I don't think you need it, because when you first do like a camera, get photo, whatever, it gives you back the full absolute
in
path,
the event,
which is what you need. The path, the absolute from the root of the phone path. Now that you have that path, you can just say storage, put that path. And that's if you default it to the public storage, or what we did is the mobile public disk, right? Now you can say storage put path, and it will put that inside of, we both now symlink our storage app public directory is symlinked. Actually, we just run the symlink function. So whatever you put inside of your file systems links at the very bottom of file systems in the config, we just run that. So whatever you have there, it will run those. I mean, you could get weird and creative and maybe not have access to some of those files. Like you might just put something that doesn't exist or something, but
you have to be really careful on iOS that you don't do something there that tries to break out of your app's sandbox, because you'll get flagged for that. Your app could get shut down and all of that kind of thing.
You can't even, well, you have to ask, there's permission for media storage, right? And or like file, whatever it is. And they will shut you down. I was actually rejected by Android last night because I had asked for that permission, but it wasn't in my privacy policy, and I didn't actually need it. So as long as you stay within the app, you don't need those. And as long as you stay like with the basics, you'll be fine. But it gives you this nice way. Now you can say storage put, and it's going to go into the storage directory that is now persisted within the application. And it links it's symlinked back into your public storage directory. Now you just say storage URL, you pass in the path and of that image URL or whatever it is, and it's going to live on the device. And the kitchen sink really shows you if you record, if you audio or video or whatever, and then you close the app and open it back up, it's persistent.
What I really like about that is that mobile public disk is added. It's like always available when you're on the phone, but not when you're not on the phone. So it's added kind of dynamically, which is very easy to do in Laravel, which is very cool. So then you just have that disk, and if you do make it the default one in your, like if you're in Bifrost, you'd set the environment variable file system disk to mobile public, then you just know that you can use storage URL like that in this example, and you've got the URL path for the device to that file, and know that it's going to work in the web view. So you can have the user move files into your app, or like create files in the app, and you can serve them through the web view. And obviously in the kitchen sink apps, there's loads of good examples of that already in place for like videos and audio and images and everything. And it's way better than the like super hacky base 64 encoded gnarly weirdness what we were sort of doing before. So I really like this one.
We have a couple questions we should talk about.
Throw them up.
It's 1:07. We got, I'll say 10 to 15 minutes. Hello, Kamyant. Kamyant and I have been talking a bit ever since the beginning of NativePHP. He's asked questions. He asked me this one yesterday. I was in the middle of trying to push a bunch of stuff out. And so I'm like, just ask me on the stream tomorrow. So thanks for joining and coming in. And yeah, so I will explain in the earlier days of the V2 stuff, when you would click on a bottom navigation, it would, the navigation optimistically will display that is the currently pressed item, right? That's a current item. And then when the web view would load, it would send the signal of this is the current items, and it created this double flicker. So I just store that state of current outside of the loop, basically, of doing that, and it just like it will optimistically travel there, and it just stays at that one spot.
Yeah, if it's true, it's true. If it's not,
that's it.
Then it changes. Yep. Yeah.
So a little too much to type last night whenever it was that you asked me. But, thanks for joining. And yeah, a pretty basic, easy fix, but yeah, nonetheless. I'll let you go for, I don't know. Well, let's see what you know about this one.
Yeah, I was just reading that and I was like, I don't know. I mean, you can save to any folder in your app, but I think this is where it's going to be that shared storage permission that you need to say, I need this, and then you're going to have it in your privacy policy that you're reaching out of your app to the shared storage, right?
That might be true for iOS. So there's, and actually the rejection came with, hey, if you're just trying to access like the file system picker, you can just use that, and it links to like their library to use that without even requiring those extra permissions.
You're pulling files in, the user's delegating that access to that for that moment into your app, so that's fine, right? Because that's what they want to do. It's about you reaching out of your app to grab stuff.
Which leads me to this awesome question that's going to shock everybody. Are you ready? The question is, are we going to build that feature? Are we going to build the API for the custom file pickers?
Ooh. I mean, we will.
No. The answer is no, we're not building it. In fact, all API support is now complete. We're not building any more APIs out into NativePHP.
What?
It's not happening. We're done. We're done.
Why, Shane?
Because they don't need
we're nowhere near complete.
No, it's done, dude. What else do you need an app to do? What do you need, like to scan PDFs? What do you need to like augmented reality? What do you want? What else do you want here?
I want
ability or something. You don't need any.
I want the accelerometer.
Nope.
The temperature sensors,
speed,
health kit, whatever.
Someone got it. Livewire Logan. So the next thing that we're working on is the plugin system, and we will be working on some of these as like officially supported, whatever. Especially we're like dog fooding our own thing, right? iCloud access, all that stuff. Yeah. 2 C's in access, buddy, or aces, Vince. So yeah, we're gonna do more than support that. We're gonna support the ability for anybody to create really whatever they want to within the app ecosystem. So it's gonna be awesome, dude. It's gonna be awesome.
Good. We're gonna move on to that next week, right? That's gonna be like
starting
post B2.
Actually, I've already got a branch, so whatever.
Contacts, exactly. All of that stuff. You'll be able to build it yourself.
This is a doozy, though. This one's a doozy. We still have to figure this part out.
Yeah, that is that's tricky for reasons that are kind of outside of our control. The web view, a web view in an app is not like a browser. Like the browser web view is still the web view component, right? The native web view component, but it's wrapped up in all of this browser logic that's like additional things that go beyond like parsing HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and making HTTP basic HTTP, not even calls. WebView doesn't do that part. It just, anyway, that doesn't matter. The point is, there's some permissionsy stuff that makes it, just about a web view on its own, that you have to get right in order for it to be able to do this file upload malarkey that you're typically used to in a web browser. And that's what Livewire would rely on for that trait. But basically you shouldn't use the trait. You shouldn't use like file uploads through the web view that way.
So this is what, like, we can figure that out, but it's not going to help anybody to do that. And I'll tell you why. The way Livewire does their file uploads is it creates a temporary URL. It sends that back. So if, say you're in a form, right, and you're uploading a file in a form, you click on it and it's gonna immediately fetch a temporary URL and bring it back to you. That temporary URL, I'm sorry, this signed temporary, whatever it is, signed temporary URL, that's the URL where that file is going to be uploaded to. So you're taking a file that already exists on your phone, okay, that already exists on your phone, and you're putting it into a temporary storage inside of a Livewire storage, whatever directory. And then when you submit that file, that form, it's going to move that into a different directory so that you can access it. You can do whatever you want to with this, or it gives you access to it. That's
even if we fix it, it's just a redundant process.
I have done some work on the with file uploads trait and just basically like making my own with native file uploads. And really what it should do instead is open up the file picker. So what we can do is call a function that opens up the file picker for you.
That would be really
And
nice.
it just gives you the path to that file. There's no reason to duplicate. You don't need to copy that file into your app to have access to it. You already have access.
Just put it there. Yeah.
Just get the path, and now you can do whatever you want to with it. So that's the right way to go about that, the way I see it. We still have to do some experimenting and some testing with it, but from what I had worked on and looked at, that's because the with file uploads, if you look at the trait itself, it just gives you a couple of functions that we can just override or just like implement our own basic way of doing that. And then you just use it with native file uploads, or whatever we call it. That's the right way. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that's right.
All right, we only have a few minutes. You ready? We'll fly through this.
Oh.
What? No breaking changes. No breaking changes.
How have we managed to do all of that with no breaking changes?
What did we have to break? We didn't have to break anything.
Wait, so why is it called V2? Why isn't it version 1.14?
This is why it's called V2. Look at all this shit. This is why it's called V2. We overhauled everything. Everything's a better experience.
Oh,
it's a new,
so much
better way of doing everything. And there's so many more things that we've added also to it. But you did spend some time on the infinite recursion, potential infinite recursion during bundling, some Laravel setups.
Yeah, that's normally just during debugging and like when you're doing local dev builds, it can happen. It's really happening because we symlink the package into our test apps, but it's irrelevant for most people.
Android debug mode was always being forced to app debug true. So now it will regard whatever's in your env, which means in Bifrost you do have to set that for Bifrost builds.
Shouldn't we always set it? Yeah, that's right.
For now you do, technically. I haven't gone back to fix that, but that's an easy fix.
Yeah, we should just always set it to false in Bifrost because it's basically a production build. Yeah.
Unless it's not, actually.
No, I know what you're saying, but let's just
might not
force
be.
it.
Sensible
default is false.
Yeah, you could override.
But then you could override.
Because there's test tracks and there's things that you want to debug that's going through the app store that you have to test.
That's fair. Yeah.
Normalization of the iPhone, iPad. You can set whatever you want to now. What's his name?
Some of those
loves this.
Keys.
Simon loves this. I like this.
What's his name?
This guy.
It's just like all of the config files lowercase, pretty, aside of the whatever. It doesn't matter.
I'm gonna end with a little bit of a demo here. Just a little bit. I just want to show. Hot module reloading. And I'm going to do it with the Android device here. So I'm going to do this. All right. So
What
I've
is
just
this
got
an emulator or is that your real
This is
phone?
an emulator. But it's not the point. The point is just to show how to do hot module reloading for Vue app in native PHP v2. So we're gonna do in one, and this is the way I do it. I like to have things in separate consoles, right?
Yeah.
You can run the run command with the watch, but I don't like that. I like doing this one. So npm run dev -- mode equals Android, because I'm on Android. The reason why this is important is because it's going to put the hot file that tells Laravel you're now hot module reloading.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to run that, and now it's started. The only thing I had to do was inside of my my Vite config, I've imported.
Can you zoom in on that a little bit?
Yep. Trying. There we go. It was indexing. Good old PHP Storm. Import native PHP mobile. This is all in the docs. So you just copy and paste that in, and then you put native PHP mobile in our plugin. We have our own Vite plugin now.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're gonna do what's going on? Did I start it? All right. I'm gonna do it. No, this should be fine. And run Android.
The thing to note while that's running is that this is the same way now for Android and for iOS. There's no like weird code that you have to put in to make it only work for iOS or whatever.
And
which
tell them, dude.
Yeah.
Tell them.
Well, it meant that I could get rid of that whole annoying inertia fix thing. It's all part of the plugin.
There's no more inertia patch.
Exactly. It's
You
gone.
don't have to do it. It's gone.
It's
but tell them the best part.
Wonky. Is it about? There's so many best parts. Is it about hot module reloading?
Yeah, over the network.
It works over the network.
You can unplug your phone completely on Android and iOS, and it just works.
So you can be running around your kitchen with your phone out, and it's gonna run all of the beautiful HMR stuff. And when you change things on your laptop, whatever, it updates immediately on the device. It's so good. It's such an amazing development experience.
I will say things are running a little slow because I'm live streaming. I'm watching the video. Like I noticed just now some jankiness, but let's see how fast this is. I'm just going to type this and I'm going to hit save, and there it is. Sweet. Yep. And let's do like some like let me see. Like let's do BG Cyan 200 or something. Yeah. It just, and that's like compiling the CSS and it's flashing it over to so text red,
and it's because it's HMR, it's not doing a full reload, and
not doing a full reload
is absolutely what you want in Vue, because you keep the state of the page.
And this is extremely fast, and it's actually faster even on iOS. So for whatever reason, just the way that it's reading things, it is yeah, this is your mom. Dude.
Oh my goodness. You are mom. Hell yeah. Where is that message just go? Oh, there, right. Ashley says, hell yeah, running around my kitchen is how I code. With his phone out.
Yep.
Alan says, please talk about the God method. And when is plugin support gonna be available?
Alan, I've seen Alan around quite a bit. Plugin support, I'm gonna start working on literally, like I'm gonna take my son to drive around the parking lot a little bit. He's learning how to drive, and he's going to a party, a Black Friday party. And then I'll be working on that this evening. I'm looking forward to spending some time on the plugins. Cool. The God method is not anything currently exposed. It's just an internal mechanism for us to now we can iterate so much faster, building out anything that we might need to, which is funny and ironic because now we're not going to be really doing much with it, but it will be the way
it enables
other people to do it. System. So so when you want to make a plugin, you will define an array essentially of PHP methods, quote unquote, that you want to call. It's just your hook into it. So we call it the God method because it's literally one PHP method that allows us to call any method that we want to on the device. So
Yeah.
that's why that's what it's called.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. All right, bro. Share your screen.
There's
Are you ready?
there's loads. There's still so many things that I think we could go through. There's like questions that people have asked on Discord and everything. I just want to say before we do this next bit, the support that we've had from everybody has been amazing.
Seriously.
The last few weeks have been tough, man. We've been working so hard. I saw earlier in the chat, people were like, "Do they ever sleep?" It's like the answer is no.
I tell you,
look.
I'm lights out, and I'm asleep within 2 minutes. I put my head down,
Yeah,
and I sleep all
that's
the way
the,
through the night. So
that's
I'm
the
very
danger,
blessed.
isn't it? It's like once you sleep, you might not wake up. So just don't.
No,
It
thank you,
is.
thank you
It's
all for your
been
support.
a journey to get to this point, but I am so proud of what we've built. I'm so proud of you, dude. You've done amazing work on all like 4 apps basically. So
I'm proud of you too. You did. I do
wrote
bust
some
my ass.
tweets.
Simon busts his ass. Simon does a lot of covering for me. There's so many emails and so many things that he's responded to that I just haven't even had to think about, and like just running basic things. Like it's like the best partnership. It is the coolest relationship we've got, and I think that's like the foundation of everything else. And like that's that is the spirit of the company that we've started, and that's how we're going to continue to move forward. And this is not a done what we're about to do. We're about to tag V2. This is the beginning. There's going to be a V3. It's going to get better, but V1, we're going to set it to the side. We're going to tell everybody to upgrade and enjoy, and don't at me, bro, on Discord.
No, I want to have the weekend off, man.
Yeah.
I've been working freaking hard.
Yes, sir. I saw Dan Heron in here earlier too. I don't know if he's still here or not, but hello, Dan.
I did see a message, a wave emoji.
And hello, Ashley, of course, and Mr. Jeffrey 56.
Right. This is it. Music off.
Share your screen.
The serious moment. There is a drum roll thing somewhere.
I'm going to open up a new Coke Zero for this.
Oh, wait. I wonder if this will... I don't know what that's going to do.
Kevin Sada. Good question. Not anymore. Until V2, it would have been. Now we're fully supporting running like a Vue React Inertia sort of.
That was actually just one final thought, one good question that I saw on Discord earlier. How much are we going to continue to support V1?
No, not much. I don't. There's not much there, honestly.
And it's so easy to upgrade to V2, right? So
Yeah.
everybody should just do that.
Yeah. First of all, if you have a license, you got because it's been less than a year since V1 came, since you bought your license. So just upgrade. I would just upgrade. It's all backward compatible. There's no breaking changes. There's no reason not to.
Yeah. Yep. Good. I like that.
Yep.
Cool. So let's see if this drum roll thing works. I think it's going to be crazy.
You're crazy. No, you're crazy, bro.
No,
you should see the gifts that we send back and forth to each other. Our parents would be so disappointed in us.
Really, it's just the gifts that you send to me that they would be disappointed in. I'm a good boy.
I'm very appointed.
Right. Here we come on. Press.
There you go.
This is it.
Wait a second. There it is. All right. Tag V2. Scroll in, man.
Ooh.
Can't you make that an actual link? What's the preview? Does that link?
This.
Yeah. Oh, it does. Okay.
Yeah. We could. I think it's better like that for where because this will show up on the AnyStack something change log. It doesn't matter, but I think we could go and write loads of stuff in here, but
nah,
Fire emoji? Better emoji? I don't know.
Let's do the let's do a peach.
Yeah.
Why not? Boom. Embrace the
That's
back
it.
end, folks. Embrace the back end.
You're ready.
I'm been ready. Since about 3 o'clock this morning. I've been ready.
Tag that bad boy.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm doing it.
Congratulations.
Boom.
Cheers, buddy. Cheers, buddy. Congrats. Congrats. Oh, I'm gonna go switch over, man.
So
Composer.json.
let's just see if I go to. Oh no, I shouldn't. I can't go to that. That's not going to show me anything useful. Change log. This should show up here. That means it is available.
Oh, baby. Composer update.
Oh, that's not good. I don't think I've got a project that I can just do that on.
Just go download the kitchen
There's
sink app,
so
man.
many. Yeah, I've got it. That's the problem.
Downloading NativePHP mobile v2. Oh man.
Is it working?
I mean, I got it. I had my hot module reloading on.
Good
so
job.
That's stopped working.
I need
But
to.
let's do native install.
I don't know what I've done.
What?
I can't.
What did you do?
I'm trying to just reset mine so I can actually show it working. But you know what? It does. It's going to take me more time than we have.
You want to see?
This
I
is
can
it.
just share my screen.
Done
You
it.
want to see my screen?
Well, yeah, but
Well, I didn't say that. Share screen.
go on, you do
Entire
it.
screen. There you go. Boom. So I did native install force. I just ran native install force. I did composer update. So now I've got v2 in here. Whoa. Undo. And now I will start my watcher again. Or my hot module reload, and then in run Android.
Oh. Nuno says, finally tagged. Time to try this on my stream.
Oh, baby.
Yeah. Do it, man.
Do it. Do it.
Downloading. Everybody's doing it right now.
We just broke
Any
it,
stack crashes. Yeah. Oops.
Uh-oh. Got a failure.
Did you do a
Oh, it's insufficient
fresh?
storage on my. Yeah, it's because I have to.
Oh, it's that.
It's an
yeah,
emulator.
Good old
I knew it was something
Android
small.
emulator.
No biggie. No biggie. Yes, that is a Bifrost app on my thing. Let's just delete these. Uninstall.
You can change that setting somewhere on the
I
emulator
know.
so that you get
I'm
more
lazy.
space.
You know me.
The default is like stupidly small amount of space. It's like 6 gigabytes or something that they allow. And then they fill it up with the OS and all of the crap apps that they put on there.
If there's not like a CLI command to do it, I'm just not gonna. I'll build an app that does that for me.
Who's the CLI king now? I don't like everybody who's done terminal things. Oh, Ashley. Ashley's the terminal master.
Ashley for sure. Ashley, we should talk, man. I want to get a gradient color picker in our native PHP CLI commands. I don't know what it does, but it'd be fun. There it is, baby. V2.
Amazing. It just works.
Well, I mean, I was already using the same code, but just tagged differently.
Yeah.
Well, it's so fast. Look at this. Oh my God.
Ooh.
This is
Kevin.
a slower process.
Oops. Kevin said, did a composer update, but didn't change.
Gotta change it. I always do star. It's just easier for me, I guess. But oh, and then this link now should work. Well, if I use it on account. Yeah. No.
Oh, yeah. Straight
V2.
to the dock. Straight to V2.
Yep.
Sweet.
All right. We're gonna call that a stream. Congratulations, Mr. Hamphead.
Success.
Success.
I can go to sleep now.
I'm not. I'm gonna go work on some other stuff. I'm
Really?
so excited now. We got a 2.1 we gotta work on, like
Oh.
plugins,
Can
plugins.
we make the next one not this big? I mean, like,
Mm, the next one, what?
no. The I don't know.
I can't confirm or
It just has to
deny.
be.
I
We have
can't.
to we have to live up to this every time now, don't we? That's what it is.
I don't know about that necessarily. Like we will with features anyway. So we'll take just a minute here. I'm going to tell you the next things are the Jump app and the plugins. And then there's some more stuff on native we have to do, we want to do, background and all these things that we talked about. But we really do need to spend some more time on Bifrost and go back into that. So it's
Yeah.
going to be anybody that's asking, people have asked for some timelines on like when we're going to do this, that, or the other thing on native side, and it's going to sound like a long time. It's going to fly by for us because we have so much to do still. And the way that we see it, as long as our bills keep getting paid, I am like almost 24/7 working on this and making this the best thing it can possibly be. And on that note, we are always looking at and talking about and theorizing. We spend a lot of time off camera publicly going over the ins and outs of PHP, shared memory states, true native components, getting rid of the web view or making it its own sort of component, a native component. Like all of these really, really, really big underlying fundamental core challenges to make this. I want to be on Meta's radar. I want Google to
I'm
know
gonna be all
native
up in their
PHP
face,
is.
all in the grill.
I'm not gonna stop, man. It's not gonna stop. We're always
This
gonna
is why
get
I have to
better.
keep going.
Tag
Like,
2.0.1
yes, exactly.
Nuno.
Just for the hell of it.
Sounds very like a European thing to do. I like it.
Kevin, already when V3.
We
Next
didn't
week,
even
man.
I remember back in like July thinking like what would a V2 ever even look like? I have no idea what it would ever be, And it was clear
Lol.
when we started doing this stuff like this would be a V2. So it'll
Yeah.
surprise all of us, I think.
So that's it.
That's it. Thanks for joining the stream. We're going to be back next Friday as well. This is what we do now. This is our way of getting it all
This is
out
my
there.
life now.
There will Simon, I'm going to make the
Shay.
announcement today that we are going to, and this is not hype. We actually have a really big announcement next Friday for sure. An actual one.
Ooh,
An actual.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Well, so
I'll
same time
I'll
next
give you a
week.
hint. You want a hint?
Yeah.
It's a riddle. It's more of a riddle.
Oh, then no.
Well, what if they want it? Maybe they want it.
Come on, just do it.
I will give you this hint. Boy hits car. That's the riddle. Boy hits car.
No, I was never good at riddles.
You're not supposed to figure it out. It's supposed to whatever, give you the
No.
suspense to try to figure it out. You'll be thinking about it all week. I'm not even going to tell you the answer.
Great. Um. I actually do need to go and lie down. This was a big episode.
It was.
So I'm gonna go and
Go.
take some pills, drink some gin.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, life in your 40s.
Mm. I went to
Pills
the
and
gym this
booze.
morning as well, and my knees are killing me, and
I
I've
need
been
to walk.
standing up for this one because I'm like, if I don't stand up, I'm gonna fall asleep on the stream. Anyway,
Gotta be
so
safe.
I think Nuno said he's gonna do something on his stream about
Cool.
it. I don't know if he will do this, but if he does today, he's streaming today later on. So go and watch Nuno next.
Yeah. You should always
Make
watch
it a
Nuno anyway. He's always got the coolest stuff.
Friday. Yeah, Nuno streams awesome. He's got so much stuff going on. He's got the higher energy. I wish I had that high energy, man. He's like a 23-year-old in a, I don't know how old he is, 30 something. Yeah, I don't know. Go Nuno. Go and watch Nuno. Good, good energy.
All right, you're falling asleep. You're crashing now.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a great weekend, rest of your weekend and week, and we will talk to you later. We'll be on Discord. Don't at me, bro. We do check when we have time, but I'll always say that. Just don't at me. All right, that's it. Have a great weekend.